Hey Gemini, it's Empress Rose here, and we're going to do a reading. These are general readings, so take what works, leave what doesn't, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. If I don't catch your storyline or your energy wave for this particular reading, and all these cards are thoroughly pre-shuffled and saged and all that before I even get started. So Gemini, we're going to start with the Oracle Mystical Moments deck here to get an intuitive vibe of where we're going. We are grateful for the clear message that we are about to receive. Oh, no rain today and Butterfly Garden. Aries just got this one. Butterfly Garden, you have changed, you've grown something new and unique, and it's sort of fascinating to you the ways that you've changed and grown. So you're paying very close attention, and you've attracted a butterfly to your little flower. Very curious. There's a lot of curiosity in this card. A lot of curiosity, trying to understand, trying to learn about something. A quiet observation, studying something. And then maybe Aries didn't get that. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. And then no rain today, which is kind of ironic because she's raining or like kind of wetting her pants here. So no rain today. We've got sun, we've got clouds, and today the sun wins, but we do have some clouds in the offing here. We do have some sadness and some sorrows off in the, just kind of waiting. We're keeping it at bay for the day, but it's there. We know it's there. We know that rain is there. So our sunshine and our happiness is a little bit tempered because there is some sort of grief or sadness that's just right butt up against our happiness. So we might have some clarity right now, but it's not like completely ecstatic because we're pretty adjacent to some harder emotions, more difficult emotions. So we're going to move to Moonology to see if we can't see what else we get. So, getting more familiar with this deck. I think this is week 3 of working with this deck. It has specific messages, and it seems to take a while to get my message that we're... The tarot is so fascinating. It's kind of like this whole other world. It's like going scuba diving or something, you know? And you've got these cards, and those are your scuba gear. This whole other kind of world you jump in. Everything looks so different. Okay, I'm just going to take one that seems to be popping out here because you're taking too long, honey. Okay, that one. All right. Wow, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So changes upon changes, something very powerful. Okay, well. All right, and then I'm working with these are all gonna come together and knit together with the main body of the reading. So maybe you're fascinated by this happiness you seem to be experiencing. So we're doing ethereal visions right now for the main tarot. It's very similar to the Rider-Waite deck. They don't really deviate too much from that. But my Santa Muerte deck just really did not want to be touched today. So, like I said, it's a different world. It's a very, I don't know. Tarot is just so different. Okay, I've already shuffled these, so I'm just nervously shuffling and chatting. So, all right, ethereal visions. This is Gemini's past, present, inner landscape, what's at issue, the environment, the to-do list, and the possible outcome. Okay. In your recent past, you have been experiencing some depression. There's been something that's not been quite to your liking. You were you were being offered something and you weren't that into it. You were thinking about it, but I don't think you even saw it. I don't think you even saw the opportunity. You were just kind of... You were sitting there, maybe you meditated. Like, I'm taking the Rider-Waite meaning, but let me get more in depth in this card. Yeah, you're pretty sad. And something divine was brought to you, was brought to your attention. And you just kind of felt like, oh, well, I don't know. Who cares? What does it matter anymore? I've got these 3 cups. There are more, you know, there was more being offered and you didn't take it. You didn't take it up. And that could have been this no rain today and being sort of adjacent to depression makes me feel like maybe you were feeling pretty down or too down to be able to see the opportunity, or like too, I want to say, intoxicated by toxic emotions and toxic feelings. You had some toxicity going on inside of you, and it made you not able to even see the offer or accept the offer or even see it as a divine offer. You know what, my heater's gonna click on and it sounds like a jet engine. Okay, I've got a mic here. Yeah, I've got a mic on still, so you'll be able to like hear me, I think, over the sound of my insane heater. All right, and then so we've had some sort of emotional or internal toxicity that maybe made you unable, or somebody unable, to see the offer. So it's not necessarily you here, although that's my initial reading, but it made someone unable to even see or accept the offer that was being provided or given. In your present situation, we have this 8 of Pentacles, so we just have working hard, really, you know, working for your money, very busy at work, very focused on your work, very focused on physical work, repairing something or building something or creative process. You're very focused, or there's a focused vibe. You're at work, so this could be a work situation. I don't know, but this is your present. Doesn't really talk about whether it's internal you or somebody else, but there's somebody here that's really hard at work, very focused on their job, very focused on work, very focused on earning money, and just kind of nose to the grindstone, driving through here. We're just really focused on our money and our work right now. Your inner landscape, though, I think this is where this no rain today is coming in. You're feeling really good right now. You're feeling very emotionally mature, well balanced, comfortable with your feelings, comfortable with emotions, maybe even full of love. And maybe this is this transformation where it went from kind of feeling this toxic energy to this love energy. You know, we've got this no rain today, and we're talking about like being adjacent to depression, and that's definitely what I'm seeing here. And you're kind of feeling good right now, and you might be very curious about how this change happened and what's happened. But you're looking to the future right now. You feel very good. You're very emotional. You're very in touch with your emotions, very in touch with your feelings. You're not letting them overwhelm you. You're just kind of a fish in that water, and you're feeling really good about it. And then we have more cups here. At issue is this sort of dragon wandering through your emotions and your feelings. So you do have this sort of very overwhelming creature, or this destructive toxicity, which could be talking about this toxicity that's moving through your emotions and your feelings, and it's just being very destructive. There's someone here with a mask on that's not who they say they are. That mask may be a protective layer that's had to be put on in order to protect yourself, and in order to protect yourself from this dangerous thing in your environment. So I usually take this card in the reversal of the meaning, but the reversal of the 7 of Cups is typically the same thing. So it's just worse. There's just a lot of toxicity. This could be internal toxicity going on, and it could be, you know, alcoholism or some sort of drug addiction or some sort of coping mechanism. So the coping mechanism is almost as bad here as the original toxicity. So that's what I'm seeing here, is this coping mechanism of not being who you are, not being honest with the world, not being honest and true to who you are as a way of coping with this destructive thing in your environment. So it could be like an original wound, you know, from childhood, or a wound, a more recent wounding, but whatever coping mechanism you developed to deal with that internal demon, or that thing in your environment. I don't know if this is an internal demon or a demon from your environment, but to deal with that dragon is just as bad as the dragon itself. So, but right now you're feeling really good. You're feeling very emotionally connected, but there's some sort of situation here that's very unhealthy, very overwhelming. It has to do with your emotions, and it has to do with an unhealthy adaptation to emotions. So it could be someone in your environment bringing in this toxicity. But inside you're feeling very confident and very clear with how you feel. Maybe you're just not bringing that out into the open because you have this mask on. But if you're feeling so confident in your emotions, why do you have a mask on? It could be a safety thing. It could just be if this dragon saw how good you were feeling right now and how happy you were. This could be depression, though, inside, you know, and just kind of that shadow self and that toxic self that we all have, those toxic ideas. Man, they really come in all different shapes and sizes. You have what you think is your shadow can... It's really interesting work to work with that shadow self. So maybe you're feeling good and you are working with that shadow self. So in your environment, though, you have the Lovers. So you have like a deep soul connection, a possible deep soul connection in your environment. The thing about this, though, is that it has risks, it has rewards. The rewards are great, but so are the risks. So this is a deep connection going on here in your environment. And sometimes it can be read as, you know, a choice that we make, decisions that we make to follow the path of heart. So you may be needing to decide if you're going to follow a harder path, a more difficult path, but the path that resonates with you in a sort of your soul path, or if you're going to be following a more general path, a more direct path that's more easy to explain, that kind of thing. But there is like a love. I mean, we have this King of Cups and we have the Lovers. So there's a lot of love in your environment. It's very loving, and there's something sort of predestined. Fate is in your environment. Fate is working in your environment somehow. And this would also be like an expect powerful change, because the Lovers card is very powerful destiny card. Can be about lovers for sure, about a great union. I'm not seeing any other, well, the King of Cups would be a pretty cool union too. But there's this toxicity here. It's just really fascinating. But you're happy right now. You might be in love right now. You might have found somebody that you can really relate to right now. So in your to-do list is this 9 of Wands. And this is sort of a stand your ground, hold good boundaries, especially if you got this dragon. You're holding your boundaries. You're holding on to your inspiration. What? Oh. You're holding on to your inspiration and your what's yours. What inspires you? What brings you to life? You're a wounded warrior here, though you've really fought for what you believe in and what's yours, and you're a little bit wounded now. But you're going to defend what's yours. This isn't defensiveness. This is a very clear boundary drawing around what inspires you, your spirit, your soul. This is like, pull that boundary, whatever this toxicity is, whatever this dragon is. You know, you have no depression today, but this is like, make sure you're having a boundary. It has something to do with boundary. Like this toxicity and this depression situation in your life has to do with drawing a boundary, and has to do with boundaries somehow. So either, yeah, and defending yourself. So, and then a possible outcome is temperance, is things coming into balance, things this is my drink mixer. She's, you know, got some things. She's got her sweets and her simple syrup and her sours. She's bringing them together. So this is sort of some divine intervention here that's going to be bringing some growth, going to be bringing things that separately is bringing something together, is bringing something together for you, for your benefit here. The eye of God, I want to say, is on this, or spirit, or whatever, is on your situation, is keeping an eye out. There's some sort of clarity here that's coming in, some sort of flow here. A situation that's been very difficult is going to become a lot easier. But a situation that's easy could become a little more difficult. But we do know powerful change is coming in. So we have this Temperance card, and she's going to be bringing some powerful change in. You need to stand your ground. You need to, even though you're wounded, even though you're tired, and you're kind of sick of defending yourself and sick of defending your ideas and your situation, you still need to hold, even though you're tired. And then I think fate's going to meet you halfway here with making the situation easier, making this whole thing pass a little easier. So, all right, Gemini, I hope you can stay in this King of Cups, emotionally secure, happy place that you found today. Stick with your boundaries. And I think fate's going to meet you halfway and bring in some changes to the situation. All right, so I hope you have a wonderful week. I so do love your likes, comments, and subscribes. They're very encouraging for me. And also they help other people find these messages in this channel. So I hope you have a wonderful week, Gemini.